time for a project pan update, the most exciting part of the month. Welcome back to Alex versus Eyeshadow, or welcome if you are new. Over here on this channel, we just love panning makeup, so if that is something that you're getting into, if you are sick of being over marketed to, if you're sick of over consuming and overspending, then this is the channel for you, because we are dwindling this makeup collection down most of the time. So I'm very pleased to be bringing you my very first project pan update of the year, and of all time actually, because I didn't do this project last year and I really felt like I missed out. So here it is. We do have a couple of rollouts, which is always super fun, and I think we'll save those to the end to leave a little bit of suspense. I'll get the boring one out of the way first. I don't have this product with me. I've left it on my desk at work. I can picture it in my head where it is, but that doesn't help you. But it was the Charlotte Tilbury Bullet Lipstick in the shade Bond Girl, and I just got 2 uses on it this month, so it wouldn't have been a very exciting update anyway, so nobody's missing out on anything there. Our next item is the Rare Beauty highlighter in the shade Exhilarate. This hasn't got very many uses on it either, just because I actually forgot that it was in the project. I just didn't write it down on my list of things, so I only got 4 uses on this month. I do think we managed to expand the pan maybe a little bit, but I'm making sure to do my brush around the outside of the cushion, if that makes sense. So I'm going around the edge here to bring the pan inwards. So I don't know if that pan is even going to be expanded very much, but we only got 4 uses on it this time. I forgot to take before and after B-roll last time I filmed this video, so we don't have anything to compare things to, but I will try and remember to do it this time. I always forget. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me. I always forget. So 4 uses on this. Absolutely stunning highlighter, no issues, really enjoying using it now that I've remembered it was in the project. I was actually using my Beauty Bay Beam highlighter for the rest of the time, which is actually a very good dupe of this. And I think this is like £4 or £5. I don't know if they still do it, because this was in the sale when they were doing their rebranding, so I don't know if they've brought it back as something else. I haven't checked, but this is literally this, like they are the same. Maybe this one is a tiny little bit chunkier, but they're the same. So I feel like if you don't want to splurge on this, just get this for £4 or £5 if it still exists. And then we have our Fenty, what is this foundation called? The Fenty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation in the shade 290. As you can see, we are doing very well on this one. There is not much left at all. You can see the pump through the packet there, so I don't know how many more goes I'm going to get on this. I thought that it might be empty for this video as well, just because of how close we are, but we're not quite there yet, but it'll probably only be 2 or 3 more uses, which is very exciting. We used this 11 times in the last month to get this level of usage on it, so that's pretty good. I thought there was a good few months left in there, to be honest. I think because makeup takes so long to pan, sometimes you think that it takes so much longer than it actually does. I think 100% March update, this will be rolling out and we'll be rolling something else in, so look forward to that. We've got the Sephora blush. This is the oldest blush in my collection, perhaps the oldest item in my collection now, because we really have got rid of some of those older items that have been knocking around for years and years. So we've got quite a new fresh collection other than a couple of things. So this is still one of the older ones, and it's this Sephora blush in the shade Sweet on Me. And we do have a nice little pan just in the side there. I don't even know why I'm holding this like this. It doesn't have a mirror on it, as just habit. I have been working more on this side of the pan just to even things out a little bit, so we probably won't be seeing much expansion in there. Again, I forgot to film B-roll, so we don't have anything to compare it to from last time, which is annoying. We got 12 uses on this last month. Happy with that, and slowly chipping away at it. Hopefully we will be done with her by the end of the year. This one is a super exciting update. This is the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer in the shade Butter Biscuit, and I'm really sorry about how gross it is, but you know when they put the stickers on. But we've got a pan! We didn't have a pan in it last month, and again, I'm holding it like this and I don't need to. We didn't have a pan in it last month, and I'm so annoyed that I don't have any photos of it to show the progress and of the pan forming. But hopefully I will remember now and we can keep an eye on that pan expanding. I am now just focusing in this top area here just to start wearing down some of this embossing to try and get a more sort of even distribution of product, so I don't have stuff really stuck in the corners, because the one thing about me, oh, it just smells so good. I don't like scraping out my corners, and I don't have the tools to do it yet. And I do need to invest in it and just accept that that is going to be part of the panning journey. I just haven't done it yet. Really happy with the progress on that, and I used that 14 times this month. So I think I used this every single time that I did my makeup this month to get that beautiful pan showing on it there. I rolled in my Beauty Bay lip liner, and this is in the shade Vintage, which is this lovely mid-brown shade. I'll just do a little swatch for you. So there you go. So it's not super deep and it's not super light either. Well, it's mid-brown, duh. I really love the texture of these liners. I'm actually wearing it today. It's quite a stiff formula, but that means that it doesn't let your lip gloss or lipstick bleed or like sink into fine lines or wrinkles. Not that I think I have fine lines around my lips, but you know when you're talking and you sort of create wrinkles and then your lip gloss sinks into it if you haven't got a good lip liner on, and this one does really protect against that. Really do like this, and I did sharpen this month, so we are getting somewhere with this one. Again, I'm so bad because I didn't do anything to compare it to, but hopefully I'll get back into the habit now and we'll have better updates for the rest of the year. Sorry, did I say how many times I used Vintage? I used Vintage 5 times, just in case I didn't say that. The other lip liner that we've got in the project is Melba, which is a plump-in lip liner. No, sorry, it's called Melba Warm Peach, which is a plump-in lip liner by Makeup Revolution. It isn't that plump-in, but I really love this shade on me. Oh, it's like my perfect Dual Lips but better shade. And I'm kind of sad that I rolled this in because I'm going to be kind of devastated when it's finished. I'll probably just end up buying it again, and then what was the point of that? We got 8 uses on Melba this month, so I do think she has come down in size quite a fair bit there. Thankfully, it's one of those ones that rolls back in, because my God, does it give you a heart attack while you figure that out? They should write it on there, shouldn't they, to give us peace of mind. Us panning girlies that want to show off what's inside. My final update that's not rolling out is my e.l.f. lip oil, and this is in the shade Rose Envy. Really, really love this on me, with Melba as a lip liner as well. I'm just going to swatch this one out real quickly as well because I feel like it. But that's Melba, and I think it does have a teensy bit of sparkle in it as well, but I feel like sparkly lip gloss just never really looks that sparkly on me. I don't know. Yeah, so we got 8 uses on Rose Envy as well, so I must have just been wearing this with Melba for most of the month to get the same number of uses, but really enjoying this. Love these lip oils. I do slightly prefer the NYX ones. I do think they just have a little bit more longevity to them. I have a NYX one on today with my Vintage lip liner, but I do still like these e.l.f. ones too. Now to the rollouts. My first rollout is my Beauty Bay Mattifying Setting Mist, and I'm actually kind of sad this is gone now. I loved this towards the end, so I bought it on a bit of a whim. I think it was one of those things where I was like trying to fill up my basket for free delivery or whatever, so I was just like, oh, I need a setting mist, and didn't look at the ingredients, and it has denatured alcohol in it. And as you've probably heard me say a million times, I do not like denatured alcohol as a skin ingredient because it causes free radicals, and free radicals cause premature aging. She said it again, yes. However, I was really enjoying this. I wouldn't say that it was mattifying. Like, I've got it on right now. It ran out as I was doing this look. I've got it on right now, and I'm shiny. You know? Like here. I do put highlighter here, so that's why I'm shiny here, but it's not like overly mattifying. I feel like I have way more mattifying products in my collection. However, I do think this helps your makeup wear longer. I think when I have this on, my makeup doesn't transfer onto things because I have to deal with like bits of paper at work. Sometimes I see my foundation on it and I'm like, oh. But when I wear this, it happens quite a lot less, and it does melt everything together, which is my favourite thing to use a setting mist for, more than holding makeup in place, because I feel like makeup is pretty long wearing these days anyway, so we don't need setting mists just for that. So if this didn't have denatured alcohol in it, I probably would consider rebuying it, but it does, so bye. Our final rollout, and thank God, is this Milk Makeup Sculpt Stick, and this is in the shade Stoked. As you can see the bottom of the component in there, and I couldn't Oh, it's a little bit's coming out now, but it was literally scraping my face off to get that little bit out to put onto my face. So I'm calling this done. I'm not going to scoop those bits out in there because you might remember from my last update that this has started to smell pretty weird. I said that it smells like fish and chips. It smells like cold fat. It doesn't actually smell that vinegary. It just smells like cold fat and salt. I really did enjoy the colour and the way that this blended out to create definition on me. But I wouldn't rebuy this because the shelf life just isn't as long. So it says that it lasts 12 months, but it definitely went off before 12 months and you just can't use it in the time that it takes for it to go off. So those are our 2 empties for this month. I wanted to roll in my Glossier Cloud Paint in the place of my Milk Makeup Sculpt Stick. However, this has been rolled into my whole collection Project 10 Uses. I don't really want to have it in both projects because that's kind of boring. So this is just going to stay in the Project 10 Uses for now, and hopefully we can roll it in later on in the year. Probably going to be a quite easy finish on that after it's had its 10 uses in Project 10 Uses as well. But that also just means I get a little bit of room to play with some of my other cream bronzers, contours in the meantime, which is nice. What I am going to roll in their places is, firstly, I'm going to roll in this other beauty base spray, and I think this is more of like a skincare item than a makeup item. It is part of a skincare routine. However, I was reading reviews on this on their website, and people were saying they were using it as a setting mist because it just melts down makeup and gets it to sit nicely. So I'm going to try and use this as that as well. And this started off clear and it is starting to go a bit of a funny colour, even though I've kept it out of the light. I just want to get this finished up as well before we start opening on the setting sprays. Hopefully I can use it for that. It might not work, but you'll find out in the next update how that went. And at least this one we can 100% see where we're at with it and how soon it's going to get finished. And then for my other item that I'm going to roll in, because I'm not rolling in that contour, I'm going to roll in this e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter, and this I use as a primer. Really, I just put it on under my foundation. I don't tend to wear full coverage foundations. I like a medium light coverage spectrum of foundations just because I want my skin to look like my skin and not a blank canvas to start from scratch from, which I know some people do like to do, and that's lovely. It's just not what I like to do. So this will show through my foundations if I put this on. When I was using the Vive Skin Nova Complexion Balm, this underneath that, oh, it just gives the perfect amount of glow. I just want to get through it. I just really want to get anything e.l.f. out of my collection and just move on with my life. You can kind of see the tide line where we're just here. We're just under the E in e.l.f. at the minute. I use this almost every day anyway, so hopefully we can get this finished, get it off my desk. Even though I do like it under my makeup, I don't think it's an essential step. So I won't rebuy this or any products like this. I think I'll just go back to a regular primer. That is my project pan update for February, and I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you here. We do have a lot of fun and we do empty a lot of makeup over here, so please do stick around if that's something that you like, and don't forget to leave me a like if you want to, because it does really help the channel out. Until next time, please do take care. Thank you. Bye.